When you start doing product research for products to sell on Amazon, you're going to quickly discover that there are a lot of sellers selling at low prices. Now you might think, am I going to be able to compete with these sellers selling at those ridiculously low prices? Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about differentiating yourself and how you can move away from competing with other sellers solely based on the price. If you want to succeed on Amazon, you want to make sure that whatever product you're selling actually is profitable. And for it to be profitable, you need to be selling it at a price that makes sense to you. Are you ready? Let's get to work. If you think the only reason somebody would purchase your product is because of the price and how cheap it is, that's a very big mistake, because that is a race to the bottom. You're always going to find an investor with deeper pockets or a seller with deeper pockets that is willing to sell at a much lower price because they can purchase more units from the manufacturer and get a better price for those products. Or you can find a seller that is willing to sell at very thin margins because they have so many products. You don't want to be competing based on price, and you don't want to be the cheapest selling product, or rather you don't have to be the cheapest selling product in order to compete and to succeed on Amazon. Remember, the cheapest is never the best, and the best is never the cheapest. Before we get into it, and before we talk about how you can coexist with other sellers that are selling at low prices and how you can differentiate yourself and move away from this red ocean, if this is the first time you're watching a video on this channel, hi, my name is Crystal and I'm the founder of Amazon Sellers Society. We help entrepreneurs and businesses sell successfully on Amazon in the Middle East. If you want to learn a little bit more about what we do in our business services and our courses, our membership, you can find out all that information on our website right here. Let's get started with the video. The first step is to eliminate the mindset of you need to be the cheapest in order to succeed on Amazon, or everybody that logs into Amazon is just looking for cheap products, because that is not true. And Amazon does mimic regular retail stores or regular supermarkets, where when you walk into a supermarket, you find so many products that are very, very similar, and all of them are coexisting together, and all of them are actually competing, but not for the same customer. So some people are willing to spend a little bit more to get higher quality products, and some people don't want to spend any money. So you want to focus on your higher paying customers and the quality of customer that is looking for something that is higher quality and a higher quality experience, and try to focus on those types of customers, because this is where you're able to differentiate yourself and move away from competing with other sellers solely based on the price. In marketing, there's a very, very important term that is very much related to e-commerce, and it's perceived value. According to Investopedia, perceived value is a customer's own perception of a product or service's merit, basically how much they're willing to pay for it in comparison to a competitor's product. And perceived value is measured by the price the public is willing to pay for a good or service. The more work you do on your product, the more emotionally connected the customer is going to feel, and the more they're willing to pay for your product. And that's exactly how big brands like Hermes, for example, are able to sell Birkin bags for as high as $22,000. Always remember, perceived value is very important for your Amazon customer. Before we talk about how you can differentiate your product and how easy it actually is, let's talk about the different ways that you can follow in order to sell a product on Amazon. So, number one, you can be a reseller. A reseller basically means you find the product as is from a Chinese supplier. It's probably already being sold on Amazon. You get this product and you just become a reseller for a listing that is already existing on Amazon. Or you can just get it, create a listing as a wholesaler and start selling the product. Very low risk involved, very minimal investment involved, and you don't mind selling it at a low price because you're not investing that much in the actual product. It's not even under your own brand name. So that is the first way. However, this way has a lot of competition, and additionally, it's the type of selling that is going to make you the least amount of money. The second way would be white labeling, which means finding an existing product and sticking your branding on it. So just adding your logo on it, and you've got a product that is coming directly from your manufacturer, but it's branded. So it is a good alternative for early marketplaces like the UAE and KSA, because there's not a lot of competitors at the moment. So you can get away with doing that, and that could be the first version of your product. Remember, you can launch a product and then improve it and launch a second one, or keep the same listing and just improve the product without having to change the listing. So you can launch the first version of your product as a white label product and then improve it as more and more people come onto the platform and more competitors come onto the platform as well. Think about any brand. No product lasts for years and years and years without any changes. Think of the iPhone, for example. Every few months there's a new model, even though the product is very successful, but you constantly need to update the product that you are selling. Think about any item of clothing, any brand whatsoever. You look at their system of selling and you see that they constantly improve the product. So that's white labeling. The third system, which is the system that most Amazon sellers, successful Amazon sellers use, is advanced private labeling, which means you find the manufacturer. However, you make changes to that product, not just adding your logo, but making changes to the product itself, maybe to the design or even to the functionality of the product, creating custom packaging, adding insert cards, doing everything whereby you are creating a product that just looks like it's unique and it looks like it's your own product. Now, the last and final way, which is like the complete differentiation from actually being a reseller, is inventing a product. And that is something that is a little bit risky, especially if you're starting out on Amazon, because you have no proof that that product is going to actually work and be successful. So inventing a product basically means inventing a product. Let's say you are passionate about cooking or passionate about a certain type of sport, and you know that if only there was this type of product, it would be such a great hobby to have, or whatever, it'll be a great solution to a problem that people might have if they play tennis, whatever. You are able to invent that product and have it on the market. And that is, again, very risky, and it's very time consuming, and it requires complete manufacturing of the product. That's why most Amazon sellers stick to the private labeling, but the advanced private labeling. So you've got all of those 4 options, and you can pick and choose which one is good for you and which one suits you. However, you need to always think, what can I do in order to improve the perceived value of my product so that I can sell it at whatever price point I want without having to compete with the people that are selling at the bottom price? Let's talk about the 3 ways. There are a lot of more ways, but 3 basic ways that you can use in order to differentiate your product. Some of them are going to be very common sense, but let's get going. You should think about differentiating your product. The easiest time is when you are actually researching the product. You're going to learn why in a few seconds. But when you are actively researching and looking for products to sell, you might as well also look at how you can differentiate that product. And maybe one of the reasons why you decide to sell this product and not that product is because you are able to differentiate it. So number 1 would be read the reviews, find the problem. Reviews are very essential. Yes, some of them are fake. Some of them are friends of friends leaving reviews for sure. That's why you want to look at the 3 and 4-star reviews, even the 2 or 1-star review, to figure out how this product can be improved. Definitely you want to read the reviews of successful products, not failures, successful products that are selling very well, and see what can be improved. Why did somebody leave just a 3-star review? What is the main thing that they didn't like? And can you solve that problem in order to become the dominant seller in that category or in that marketplace? Number 2, and one of my favorite ways, frequently bought together. It's such an interesting thing in order to look at what people frequently buy together with another product. Now, sometimes things are very irrelevant. Sometimes, for example, you find a car phone charger with diapers for some reason, but sometimes you're gonna find things that are very coherent with each other, and then you can figure out a way to either add the usability of the second product to the first product, or you can create what is known as a bundle and selling 2 products together, since people are already buying them together, so you might as well sell them together. Number 3, research other marketplaces. No matter where you are selling, whether you're selling in the US, in the UAE, in KSA, in Germany, in India, wherever, you can benefit from looking at other sellers and what they're doing, just to be inspired, not to copy anyone, just to be inspired what other sellers in different marketplaces are doing. Additionally, not only should you look on Amazon, why not expand your horizon and look at other e-commerce platforms such as Walmart, for example, or even Etsy. One of my favorite platforms is Etsy. However, it is a little bit niche. You can also look on e-commerce, regular e-commerce stores, and try to see what big brands are doing so that you can figure out what you can do in order to differentiate your product and make sure that you are providing a higher value quality product with a better experience for your customers. Remember, when it comes to Amazon, you do want to stand out in order to eliminate competing solely based on price. But you don't want to reinvent a product, because it is going to be a little bit tough for you to assess whether it will or won't be successful. That's it for this video. I hope you found the information helpful. Make sure that you thumbs up this video and share it with like-minded people so we can expand our community of sellers in the Middle East. I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.